Are you struggling with your golf swing takeaway? Feel like it's affecting the rest of your golf swing and messing up a lot of your shots? In this next video, I'm going to show you how to make the perfect golf swing takeaway with 2 simple drills you can practice at home that will really improve your overall golf swing. So stick around, I'll see you soon. Hey, it's Troy from hittingitsolid.com here, where you'll find the best golf tips online, where I help you make the golf game easier and help you hit the golf shots that you want to hit. So make sure you like this video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The more subscribers I get helps me grow the channel and keep on producing golf videos like this so we can keep on improving and playing better golf together. So you want to make the perfect golf swing takeaway. Well, in this video I'm going to show you 2 fantastic drills you can practice at home to help you make the perfect golf swing takeaway. So first thing I want to go through is explain with the takeaway how that fits in with the rest of the swing and why it's so critical that we get this takeaway right. So the takeaway in the golf swing will basically be, here I am at setup. As soon as I get that golf club parallel to the ground, somewhere in about this position here, that would be considered the golf swing takeaway. So from face on, you're looking at about that position there. So that's our golf swing takeaway. So why is this so important? Well, because it's the first movement you make in the golf swing, any mistakes you make in the takeaway can quite often result in other errors in the rest of your golf swing. What I mean by that is you might find you're coming over the top in your downswing, coming down too steep, or any other issues. Quite often that can be traced back to making a poor golf swing takeaway. And most commonly, where a lot of golfers go wrong on the takeaway is they move their hands out in this direction here and they pull the club head inside like that. There's also another one that they do is they go out like that. The hands and the club head, everything moves out like that. That's probably less common. And another common one is just pulling the hands and the club inside like that. Any sort of movement like that will need a compensation later on in the golf swing to fix up for that error. So it's critical, if you can get the takeaway right, it will help correct a lot of issues later on in the golf swing. Now with those moves that I just showed you, and this being the most common one, why is that happening? Well, quite simply, this lead arm is rotating too quickly in the golf swing. And what I mean by that is, if you look at this lead arm, if I was to make a takeaway, all that's happening is this lead arm is just rotating like this, and the club and the hand, they're just following what the actual forearm is doing and pulling the club inside. So the key culprit there is just forearm rotation. So if you can eliminate that, you go a long way to fixing your golf swing takeaway. So I'm going to show you a couple of drills. Now the first one I'm going to show you just involves a tee, a really simple one that you can practice at home. It can help you make a great golf swing takeaway. So I've got a tee here, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to put this in my grip. You'll need something where it sticks up at least probably 3 inches or so. And what I'm going to do, as I set up to the ball, now what I want to do in an ideal takeaway is I want the club somewhere in about that position. It's okay for the club head to be outside of the hands or level with the hands. I just don't want it in like that or anything in that sort of position, or out there like that, which is too far outside the hands. So we want to get it somewhere about there. Now what this tee does, it's a great reference point. What I'm going to try to do is have this tee pointing at me the whole way during the takeaway. Not only that, I want it to brush my rear thigh. So here's the drill. We'll get up at setup. As we make a takeaway, see that tee just brushed my rear thigh? And we just do quite a few reps like this. You can practice this at home, having the tee brush your thigh. Now it's important as you're making this takeaway that you do get some wrist hinge, and what I mean by that is hinging up like that, because if you don't get any wrist hinge and you hinge sideways, you'll still pull it inside. So really important as you make your takeaway, tee touches that back leg, that we get a little bit of hinge. And that's all you need to practice So you make that takeaway, have that tee, just touch that rear thigh, pointing towards me at all times. If you ever get off track, you'll see that tee pointing way down behind me there. That means we've done it incorrectly. So that's incorrect, and this is correct. So from face on, incorrect would be this. See the tee's pointing way out there? The correct way would be that position there. Tee just brushed my rear leg. There we are. And we can just practice this over and over and get that feeling of that club head, the grip of the club I should say, moving on a straight line or even just a slight arc in. This view will show it best. You want that grip, your hands moving straight back on a slight arc in this position here. We don't want them going out. We don't want them going out anywhere like that. We want them going straight with a slight arc. We can get ourselves in a great position there in the takeaway. So give that a shot. You can practice that at home. That will really help you out. Just put a tee in the grip of your club and practice that drill. So that's our tip number 1. Make sure you pop a comment down below if you've tried this takeaway drill or you've tried another takeaway drill that's maybe worked really well for you, or what drills haven't worked well for you. Pop them down below. I'd love to hear from you, and we can discuss how to move forward from there. So let's get on to tip number 2. Okay, tip number 2 on how to make the perfect golf swing takeaway. Now, I've got an alignment stick here, so what I'm going to show you how to do. Now, you can probably do this with another golf club if you don't have an alignment stick, or probably would be easier with this, but another golf club will do the job. So what you want to do is place it just on the inside of the shaft. Now you want to have about, I don't know, at least 1.5 feet showing at the end of the grip, somewhere like that. And what we want to do, and I'll show you this from 2 different angles, we want to set up with the alignment stick resting against your hip. Now what our goal here is to have that alignment stick stay on our body and run down that lead leg. And I'll show you this again from the other angle. What we don't want to see happen is when we make our takeaway, the alignment stick comes off that leg, similar to the tee, and pointing down the target line. So from down the line, if I'm set up like this, we don't want to see this alignment stick pointing way there. What we want the alignment stick to do, I'll show you the correct way. As we make our takeaway, we want it to run just down our lead thigh like that. I'll do that again. Starts on our lead hip. As we make our takeaway, stays on our, just runs down that lead hip and stays there the whole way. And we made a really nice takeaway. And once again, as I mentioned in the first video, in the first part, make sure you get a bit of that wrist hinge. So from this angle here, watch that alignment stick. Just runs down that lead thigh, and we've got ourselves in a really nice takeaway. Got a little bit of wrist hinge, and we're right on plane. This angle again. And we just do a lot of slow repetitions. Practice this at home first. A lot of slow repetitions. Your hands will be a little bit further forward probably than normal, but this will train you to make sure that that club stays on a good line right from the start of the golf swing and sets you up for a fantastic backswing and then leading to the downswing. So we just gradually keep on doing it. You can gradually build up a bit of speed as you get a bit more comfortable with it. And you can make a lot of really nice golf swing takeaways practicing that drill. So all you need is the alignment stick. Once again, if you don't have that, grab another club, stick it on the inside of that shaft. Make sure that alignment stick or club just runs down that lead leg, and that'll keep your takeaway on a beautiful plane every time. So that's how you make the perfect golf swing takeaway. I hope those 2 tips really helped you out. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. I'd love to hear from you. Now that you've got the perfect golf swing takeaway, you need to work on your backswing. So if you look up above here, I'll have a link to another video that shows you how to make a great golf backswing. So make sure you check that out. Once again, please like this video and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Now below the video I'll also have a couple of additional links to further golf instruction that will really help you out. Make sure you check those out. Once again, appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time.